to my channel. I hope that you will enjoy this video enough to click subscribe. If you're already subscribed, thank you again. So this is going to be a review of Baynes Family Bakers. This is a Scottish bakery. I think they have stores all over Scotland. I'm not 100% sure, but there will be a link to their website in the box below so you can check them out for yourselves. Now, I went for 6 different items. 5 of them are festive and 1 is not. There were 3 festive items I didn't get. 1 was the short crust pastry mince pie because they didn't have any. 1 was the chocolate cornflake cluster because I think most people, certainly in the UK, know what a chocolate cornflake cluster tastes like because you've probably made them in primary school. And the 3rd item is the festive Mr. Blobby biscuit. If you don't know why Mr. Blobby is a festive thing, just search on YouTube Mr. Blobby Christmas and I'm sure you'll find out. But do not blame me, okay, for what you see. Right, enough chat, let's open the box. So I don't have the individual prices of the items. I didn't get a receipt, but the 6 items together came to less than £6. This is going to be a taste test, but probably the kind of taste test where I just eat it all. Just going to say that straight from the off. So I think I'll go for the first item, which the lady who served me said is absolutely incredible. So this is the Christmas chocolate truffle. I don't actually know exactly what's in any of these. I only know what they're called, but I can see it's got the vermicelli chocolate sprinkles on, gold dust. It's very heavy, not too squishy. So let's see how this tastes. I can't put my finger on exactly what this tastes like. I'm thinking a bit like a Tunnocks snowball, if you've ever had one of those. But I haven't had one in so long that I can't remember what they taste like. It's got quite a cakey texture, but it's quite a thick consistency. It kind of sticks to your mouth a bit. It's very nice. It hasn't got an overpowering chocolate taste. It's quite messy to eat. Personally, I don't think I would get this again. It's just not really the type of cake that I like. But that said, it was still nice enough for me to eat the whole thing. So there's nothing wrong with it. It's just personally not to my taste. Next, I'm going to go for the Snowman Cupcake. He has suffered a bit in transit, so that is my fault. That head was in the centre, and of course there was no icing hanging off the side, so that's entirely my fault. Not the bakery's. It's a very decent size of cake. I haven't had this type of icing on a cake for a very long time. It looks and feels like a lovely light sponge. I'm just gonna go in for the whole thing. So this is not gonna be pretty, apologies. Poor Snowman. It's delicious though. I'm not a massive fan of sprinkles, but this isn't overloaded with them and it adds a lovely crunch to the texture. The sponge is perfect for a sort of fairy cake, cupcake consistency, and the snowman on the top is delicious. I think it's a really good sized cake as well. I've been wanting to try Baynes properly for ages, and this was a good excuse. I have had a couple of things from there before, but not this much in one go. Can't say anything bad about that cupcake. It was lovely. Puff pastry mince pie. I don't think I've ever had a puff pastry mince pie before. I always go for the short crust ones. I don't know why, because I do like puff pastry. In fact, I love puff pastry. Look how well filled that is. It's lovely and crisp, and the sugar on top just adds a bit of sweetness. And the mincemeat filling is so yummy. This is a really, really good bake. I might actually have to go and get a short crust mince pie from Baynes, just for comparison purposes. You can see the layers of pastry better there. I do love a proper little bakery, and I don't mean Greggs, although I do love Greggs, but the ones where usually they're not chains or they're a small chain, just your local baker, and everything's done freshly that day. I think I'll have to do another taste test on Baynes. Yeah, taste test. But products which aren't purely festive. Which leads me nicely onto the one item that I don't think is festive, which is the caramel twist. I couldn't resist. You know what I'm like with caramel if you're a regular viewer. I just love the stuff. I mean, look at the size of this thing. It's huge. It tastes like, I guess, a caramel yum yum. It's light, it's fluffy, it's not too sweet, it's just really good. But the lady who was serving me was lovely. Luckily, I was the only customer in the store at the time, because I took ages to decide what I actually wanted. I wasn't planning to buy anything when I went in. I just wanted to see what they had. But I should have known. There was no way I was coming out of the bakery empty-handed. But I just think to come out with 6 really good-sized cakes that are absolutely delicious for less than £6. I think if it was filled, it might make it just that tiny bit better. I have 2 festive items left. I'm going to go for the Festive Biscuit next, which appears to be 2 shortbread biscuits with a dusting of icing sugar, and it's sandwiched together with a very, very generous layer of jam. I did get all these this morning, so they are fresh. It's a very soft biscuit. There's no crunch to it at all. It does taste like there's a flavour to it, I can't put my finger on what it is. It's a nice biscuit, but personally I don't think I would get it again because it's a bit too soft for me. I do prefer more of a shortbread, if that makes sense. Final item is this apple and cinnamon cake. Now, although I love caramel and fudge and toffee flavoured things, apple and cinnamon or toffee apple, they are right up there for me. This is filled with chunks of apple. I was not expecting that. So the sponge is nice and moist. I'm hoping it'll stay together once I bite into it and not just sort of fall apart. I'll have to eat this quite carefully. Oh my, this is amazing. The sponge is so light and so soft, and it's got a really lovely cinnamon taste. And then the juicy chunks of apple. Wow. This is without doubt my favourite of the things that I've tried today. And as a bakery, I have to say, even though a couple of the items were not to my taste, and there's maybe a tweak I might have made to a couple of them to make them more my thing, overall, Baynes is a really good baker. The prices and quality are just, they are up there. It'd be nice to try some of their savoury items too. Yeah, I would say if you're getting anything from Baynes' festive range this year, oh, I was going to say go for the apple and cinnamon cake, but then I remembered how good the puff pastry mince pie was. You know what? It's Christmas. Get them both. Why not? I'm feeling a little sick now. I probably should not have eaten all 6 cakes, but I couldn't help it. They were just, yeah, they were yummy. Even the ones that I wouldn't get again were still good. But yeah, Baynes, thank you. They were good cakes. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you for the next video. Bye.